Despite my best efforts, I'm here late. So we're doing Zelda 2 nights in a row. Vinny, why does Link have 9 toes? Mate, I don't know. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. If it weren't for my horse, I might have been here earlier, but... You know, Rem Lazar. Busy day for me. And, I think we ran out of overlays. Yeah, it's possible. But yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do, the Dungeon 8. I don't know if it's the final dungeon, but we're getting real close to the end of the game. Creme brulee. Vinny, hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. Vinny, Sword and Shield Maze is the final dungeon, not including Onox's area. Okay. Vinny, will you wake up early for the Pokemon Direct? Nah. That's early for some people. And that's not early for others. That's early for me. I'm not, you know, like I said yesterday, not, big enough Pokemon fan. Not a big enough Pokemon lad. Vinny, please say you don't suffer PTSD from last night's dungeon. Well, I hear this dungeon's worse. I don't remember it. My memories of this game are, you know, limited to Jawas. In a lava area. Lava Jawas. Wait, this isn't the correct area? Oh. Go right, not left. Oh, thanks. Vinny, did you see that Did You Know Gaming credited you as the one who popularized the Sonic meme? That is false. They did, but it is false. I mean, it's nice to be included in one of their videos. I don't know, Did You Know Gaming really wants me to have something to do with Sonic. Like, they wanted me to, Vinny, you didn't hurt its popularity. No, I'm sure I contributed something to it. But they wanted me last year to read a Sonic Glitches video, I think it was, or Sonic something, and I was like, listen, dog. That's the guy's name at Did You Know Gaming, dog. I said, dog, I appreciate this, but I don't have that level of connection with my boy Sonic, and it just doesn't make sense for me to do that. Vinny, why don't you do your Tinky Winky voice anymore? Vinny, why don't you look me in the eyes anymore? I can't see you! Okay, so, I'm gonna need a little help. Vinny, watching new Black Mirror episodes. When were those uploaded? Today? I have, I think you might have to let me settle in a bit. No, it's in 3 hours? Okay, yeah, no, I'll watch them when I get a chance to. I'm just gonna dig here. Can't you shovel those dirt rocks? I don't think those are dirt rocks. I think these are... No, can't do anything. Why are we interrogating Vinny 5 minutes into the stream? That's what I want to know. I don't know where the body is, officer. Ossifer, I don't know. Turns out I just had to go left. There we go. Thank God. I'd like to thank Jesus and the Latter-day Saints for that particular victory. I did watch Chernobyl season finale, and series finale, rather. And that was something else. It's over. It was only 5 episodes, and it was amazing. Start to finish. Vinny, don't spoil it, I haven't watched it yet. I hope you're referring to the fact that I was making jokes about spoilers for historical shows. No, Vinny, don't tell me what happened to Napoleon. This shoots off huge fireworks. Wait, you're throwing shields and rings in? What are you doing, asshole? That was a live fish! Someone in chat just said, seems like anti-communist shit. What, Chernobyl? It is in the fact that it is what happened, in history, yes. Hope that's not a spoiler. It's funny how I just caused Chernobyl to, open the path to a dungeon. There we go. There's only one of these bad boys left. No idea where it is. We don't know where they came from. But anyway, yeah, it was a great show overall. The dramatic... you know, the dramatic licenses they took were not to the point of nonsense. Like, it made sense in the context of the show, and also still presented the history of the situation. And the acting was great. The writing was really good. Roose Bolton was in it. And, yeah, it was a really good finale to a really good show. And it was fucked up. It turns out an RBMK reactor can explode, and it's usually due to human error, and the fact that, the lads wanted a promotion by doing a very dangerous test. So they flew a little too close to the sun to get a promotion, and then they just did a bunch of dumb shit. It's a really good episode. Also, there's a podcast about it that goes into detail about the differences and the similarities and what actually happened. It's good. So, good show. The reactor itself was made cheaply. Well, apparently they used graphite on the tips of the rods, which were used to lower the reactivity. And they did that to save money. But it ended up causing this whole thing. But it was, you know, they cut a lot of corners. They tried to cut the costs of things, and then when you pull those fuel rods out, those rods out all the way, and then you put them in with the highly reactive graphite substance, that leads to an explosion. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. I can barely remember what I watched 2 hours ago, let alone, you know, actual, like, complex information. But it really is, yeah, it didn't just happen. Like, I think what I learned was that it didn't just randomly happen because nuclear bad, but rather lots of, shortcuts and human error. Vinny, did more people die in the show? I think the casualties for Chernobyl overall was something like 31, at least 31. People are still dying from it, but yeah, it was 4,000 to 93,000. There you go. Yeah. So now I have to watch a new show. I'm watching Barry for the time being, but I'm probably gonna watch after that I'm gonna watch, what am I gonna watch? Firefly? I've seen most of Firefly. Yeah. Firefly was pretty good. Haven't seen it in a while. Xeno Warrior Princess. I bet that aged well. I bet that show looks real great. What are historically some of the worst TV shows of all time? Post-Season 3 Family Guy, The Flash, Roseanne, Cryman Devil Baby, The Big Bang Theory. Yeah, I'm gonna watch The Big Bang Theory next. I want to get real into it. I want to learn all the lore of the characters. I really want to invest myself in that cool show. Level 8 Sword and Shield Maze. Oh god, here we go. They even call it a maze. The new Twilight Zone? I'm not into the new Twilight Zone. Unless you're talking about bad shows. It wasn't even that bad, it was just really mediocre, the episodes I saw. But Black Mirror comes out, so I'll watch that, see what the, you know, technology bad, I know, but it's more than just technology bad. It's usually pretty well written and entertaining. In my experience with the show, having watched the previous seasons, I liked it. I liked their Star Trek episode, that was good. Favorite classic Twilight Zone episode? To Serve Man. That's the one that comes off the top of my head. I don't know if it's the best one, but I think most people know that one. That and the weird, like, nurses with the fucked up faces. Of course, William Shatner. In, that one episode. Hi, I'm William Shatner, and this is William Shatner. Welcome to William Shatner. I mean, you know, the thing about Shatner is he could put his name on anything. And he does. He puts it on everything. William Shatner's Tech War. And it works, because people like William Shatner. They know the name, so go with it. Oh, you son of a bitch. Vinny, thoughts on surgery and how strange it is. Man, we haven't even hit 4 a.m. yet, and we're already getting questions like that. That's cool. My uncle used to watch the surgery shows, where they would just, like... I guess it was on TV, it was on some channel. He wasn't a surgeon. He wasn't a surgeon. But he would be watching them. I think it's just entertaining for some people, or informational, or... I don't know. You know, I'm not too squeamish. I could watch it. I've watched it with him. But it's also not maybe my first choice of entertainment. It was weird because my uncle would watch either Bob Ross or surgery. There is no in-between. But he was also the uncle that, you know, he was very calm. And when you pissed him off, he would break the calm. And he would be real loud and angry. So... I didn't realize that for years, because I always thought he was like Bob Ross, because he was extremely chill. Very chill, happy chill. And then, years later, I realized... Yeah, he can flip the fuck out. I don't know if Bob Ross ever flipped the fuck out. Vinny, the surgery shows kept his bloodlust in check. Huh. Well, when you put it that way... He was in Vietnam. Yep, that uncle was in Vietnam. He was the one I named my character after in Secret of Mana when I was young, so some of you will know this. But his nickname was Turbo, because he was a mechanic, and he fixed helicopters and jeeps. Really quickly. Like, he was really good at what he did, so his nickname was Turbo, so I named the character in Secret of Mana Turbo. And that was my cousin's idea, his son. And it was the name I used for years. Come on, the Turbo! Be Turbo! Come on! Come on! He was a good lad. He's still around, that uncle, actually. He was just... I remember... You know, I grew up very close to him. We still see each other every now and then. But he was a great uncle. Vinny is not the same one that took you to buy that one video game. He did. He took me to buy Smash Brothers Melee. No one else was available. And he was, and he said, yeah, I'll do it, sure. Vinny, is it weird that we know more about you than you do? Well, you have more encyclopedic knowledge for things that have happened over the past several years. Like, you know my childhood stories to some extent. I don't even remember most of my childhood stories, but you can remember a lot of people here, since you have so many brains, and since so much of it is on record. You can remember events that happened 4 years ago, like the Staple Clown incident, which was not 4 years ago, but... Or like the deli stories, and like the dude who wanted me to like eat the devil dog, otherwise he would get diabetes, which is not even that long ago. The spew cup. If you're gonna spew, spew in the cup. Yeah, that's another one. Staple Clown's a relatively famous story. And yes, I know I was on Did You Know Gaming, just to answer the questions again. And that will be my legacy, long after I'm gone. I popularized Sanic, even though I didn't. I mean, it's nice to get a shout-out. Even if they used a weird clip of me, it's fine. How about, Vinny, how about the story where you puked all over the carpet because you lost at Mario Kart? Alright, that one's also a real story I told on stream. It's true. I did. But my cousin was also teasing me. So he, not only did I lose at Mario Kart, but he riled me up. He riled me right up! Apparently memory loss is associated with not brushing your goddamn teeth, because, like, gingivitis is linked with Alzheimer's. I just read that today. I don't know how true it is. I did not read the study. I did not read the story. I would take that with as many grains of sand as you can. So don't just immediately assume because you read a headline that, yes, that's in fact... that's the case. But it is a headline I read. I'm not gonna pretend like I read the whole thing, but I looked at that and I was like, I brush my teeth pretty regularly. I brush my teeth on a daily basis. Sometimes twice a day, most times twice a day. I floss. I do all the stuff. I do mouthwash. I have an electric toothbrush, in fact. But yet I can't remember a goddamn thing. Vinny, it was propaganda from Big Toothpaste. Those sons of bitches. I knew it was them. Vinny, it's linked to Alzheimer's specifically. Well, that's the thing. Maybe there's more to the story. I'm not saying I don't believe it entirely. I'm sure there's more to read into. It's just, that was a headline I read, and it's an interesting one, and yeah, I can't remember what I was gonna say next. Holy shit, they were right. Did I brush today? I did, twice. Vinny, calling it now, we're gonna get talks about aliens this stream. No, we're not. We're not gonna talk about aliens. Just because they're out there somewhere, looking down, you know, abducting random people because of a deal the government made with them in the 1940s in exchange for technology and a certain amount of abductions per year, but not to go over that amount, and then they disregarded that amount because they don't give a shit. They're aliens. What are we gonna do? Shoot them with a bullet? That won't affect their hull. So the abductions went dramatically up, you know, and Eisenhower was always real pissed about that. That Eisenhower, you know how he is, that old scoundrel. And he was, you know, he was upset because he felt like he sold out the American people. Because them aliens ended up abducting 10 to 30 times more aliens, the more humans, sorry, they didn't abduct themselves, than they were agreed upon to. So, like I said, we're not going to talk about aliens tonight. Vinny, this story sounds fake. Google it.
Do your own research, man! Don't believe the toothpaste leads to memory loss, man!
Paul Walker's alive? You know, it's weird, I read that very quickly, and I read that as Paul Walker's alien slave. I had to do a double take and read that a little bit more closely, because the chat scrolls up very fast. So... yeah. Vinny, are you alright? Yeah, no. Yeah. Fine. Yeah.
Hi. Hey, we're gonna go. How you doing? See, oh, here he is. Hey. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
See, all you have to do is implant the thought of Tinky Winky into my brain. Do you know we have bases on the moon that may not be ours? Some of them might be. They look like mushrooms. They're on the dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
Carl, you talking shit. Carl. Vinny, I saw a documentary about moon Nazis. It was called Iron Sky. That was a good documentary. I agree. How was that Overlord movie? Was that any good? That was, the Overlord movie, if I'm not mistaken, was, it was Nazi zombies. I don't know. It's cool and all, but what about Nazi aliens? The answer is Star Trek. There's a Star Trek Enterprise episode, that's the one with Scott Bakula, where there's an alternate Earth history where aliens, like, take over the SS, and it's really fucking bizarre and kind of a good episode. It's a two-parter, but it's so ridiculous. It's just so dumb. And there's, like, Brooklyn guys, like, oh, hey! And they're fighting the Nazis in Brooklyn. They're, like, fighting the SS in the streets of Brooklyn. Like, throwing trash cans at them and shit. Alright, I don't know if they threw trash cans, maybe. Vinny, I thought that was Voyager on the holodeck. I don't remember a lot of Voyager, for some reason. So, apparently there's a Nazi space alien episode of Voyager as well.
Uh-oh.
See, all you have to do is say, Tinky Winky, and now here we go. Here we go. You can't do this room from this side. I won't miss that noise. This game is cool and all, but I won't miss aspects of it. But specifically that noise I won't miss. Hyper slingshot. It shoots 3 seeds at a time. The hyper. Vinny, give me an Area 51 fact. Well, Area 51, as cool as it is, isn't where all the main work was going down. It was called S4, which is a little ways off from Area 51. And that's where Rem Lazar was back engineering UFOs. Area 51 is for tourists. Yup. Yeah, the real shit goes down elsewhere. Let's just say for a second, jokes aside, let's say for a second that the government, as I like to call it, the government, really did have aliens at Area 51. Let's say all the skepticism was wrong. And now that Area 51 is as popular as it is in pop fiction, do you think the government would still be, like, doing things with aliens at Area 51 after all the stuff that happened? After how known it became? I think they'd probably fucking ship that operation elsewhere. Vinny, I mean, presumably they have 50 other areas. I forget why they called it Area 51. I think it was just the place it was on the map? The grid reference on the map, thanks. See, now the person who said, I can guarantee the stream is gonna be about aliens soon, that was a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because if you never said that, there's a very high probability that alien chat would have never happened. Someone posted a scene of the X-Files where they ran out of reaction shots of one actor, so they have him going one way, and then they reverse him, so that they reverse the footage so that it looks like he's looking the other way. There it is. I don't have that footage at the moment, but it was pretty funny. Remember, X-Files also had an episode where Mulder and Scully fought a trash tulpa. It was all the sewage and trash from this nice little community, and because of all the negativity that was built up, it turned into a trash tulpa. An elemental, yeah, like something like that, like a trash spirit. Basically Garbodor, yeah. Ghostbusters 2? Yeah. Like, the slime was angry in Ghostbusters 2, so it was kind of like that. Yeah. Vinny, have you seen Man in the High Castle? I have. Pretty good. Pretty good. It has a couple weak points here and there, but overall I thought it was a really interesting show.
Yep!
Vinny, how would you react if aliens were discovered and they were basically xenomorphs? I would be upset. But that's why, like, a lot of people that claim to have made contacts with aliens, and they're like, oh, I'm in contact with a beautiful, tall, Nordic, blonde, Fabio-looking alien man. And listen, I don't know what these people saw. I don't know who they're talking to. Maybe they are talking to Fabio. But, you know, the people that speak to aliens seem to think that, there's Greys, there's Reptilians, and then there's Fabios. There's just, like, entire species of alien Fabios. Because you don't want to think that the alien spirit that you made up, I mean, are communicating with, looks like a xenomorph. You want them to look like Fabio. For some reason. Chat, do not sexualize the xenomorph. Vinny, but H.R. Giger already did. Oh yeah, he did. You know how they do. Sometimes they do. Vinny, is tonight a good night to talk about music? I need to make you go see ELO this summer. I don't know, we could talk about a bunch of different things, but... You want to make me go see ELO? You got tickets? Jeff Lynne is trying to peddle his band to me. Get out of here, Jeff Lynne. Let's see, ELO. Jeff Lynne's ELO adds Danny Harrison. No shit, he's playing with George Harrison's son. When's this son of a bitch coming to New York? New Jersey, Newark Prudential Center, 7/16.
What's going on then? Anything going on? It's July. Oh, yep.
A couple days before the charity stream. Okay, it sounds kind of cool. I might go. I don't know. I wonder how much the ticket thieves, I mean Ticketmaster, is charging for these tickets. Vinny, have you ever seen a UFO? I have seen things in the sky that I could not identify, but I hesitate to say if they were alien flying saucers. I did see, something hovering while I was driving one time, in one spot. It was kinda distant, but was just hovering there for like a couple minutes, and I followed it around with my eyes, and then, when I looked away, like, cause I was on a highway, so I was able to kind of peripheral look, and, when I looked away, it was gone when I returned to it. Does that mean it was aliens? I don't know. You know, I'm gonna let you decide that, chat. Was it the moon? Now, what is the moon? Can you keep going right? I'll go that. Oh, right. Fucking. Ah! What have I done? I have to reset the thing that spin. Okay, I know where I'm going now. I just have to figure out how to get there. That's all. That needs to be reset as well. Which I'm hoping I can reset just by going up here and going back down.
Nope. Nope. Uh-oh.
Now what? Vinny, you borked it. God damn it, I think you're right. I think I did bork it. Vinny, he didn't... redo ball? Redo ball. I've been told to redo ball. Okay. This is the puzzles that you guys were talking about when you thought I was gonna lose my sanity. How is redoing ball gonna fix this? I think when I'm done with this game, one of my main memories of it is going to be frustration. It's both my fault and the game's fault. Make no mistake. More my fault. I'm willing to admit that. Yeah. I didn't bork it. I just had to go across the bridge. And I have access to that door now, too, so... progress. So I haven't commented on the music yet, because up until now I've been content with letting it fucking destroy my brain. Capcom was like, hey, can we get those Link's Awakening assets? Nintendo was like, why? We want to make Zelda games. How many? 3? Alright, we'll give you the assets. What are the music's gonna sound like? First of all, that's not a sentence, Nintendo. There is no such thing as what are the music's going to sound like. But, yeah, we would like to hurt our consumers. Alright. Sounds good. Oh, I see. Am I gonna really have to go back into my menu every time? That's awful. Use mystery seeds on the ice and it will yeet it at him. I have more trouble on the mini-bosses in this game than I do the actual fucking bosses. Have you noticed that? Vinny, to be honest, this mini-boss is one of the hardest fights in the game. I mean, not if I can yeet. It's a long way back. We're in speedrun mode now, sorry. Damage boosting. Probably gonna need that health, but... oh, that's good. That's what I want. It's okay, I'll get my heart. I don't know, how do I yeet? Finally, some real fucking food! Oh! I mean, that seems to be the best way to do it and avoid damage, but the problem is actually getting enough accuracy to hit him with the ice. Because he moves around, too, and that ice has a very, very limited range. How many times do I have to hit him? Like, then you kept throwing it too early. You have to hit him a lot. 4 times. Well, remember, the game is more combat-focused than Ages, which is more puzzle-focused. So it would make sense that, a boss fight like this would be in the game. Doesn't mean I gotta like it. Vinny, I can't wait until Ages. Your salt will be legendary. With that in mind, I'm gonna have to wait until I really hate myself before I play Ages.